The world is full of secrets. Things they don't want us to know. Things we can't know.
An unidentified flying object crashed into the New Mexico desert in 1947. What actually happened still remains a mystery today. Could this be the answer to Area 51 and what the government is hiding from the world?
I'm your host, Mia,
And I am co-host Will.
and welcome to The Unknown.
Over 60 years have passed, and Area 51, also known as Edwards Air Force Base, remains one of the most mysterious American conspiracies of all time. Not many people know what exactly is contained in Area 51, and it looks like it will continue to remain that way for quite some time.
One of the most analysed and popular theories on the possible existence of aliens on Earth came from a story referred to as the Roswell UFO incident.
One night in Roswell, New Mexico, a supposed UFO crash-landed on the property of William Brassel. This received a lot of media attention, to which the US military denied any signs of extraterrestrials and assured to the public that it was merely a weather balloon. This led to people believing that Area 51 may in fact have alien spacecraft and weaponry stored in a hidden warehouse.
No matter how hard the government tried to clarify that there were no extraterrestrials, this did not stop people from theorizing about the strange incident. It had to be too good to be true. Several books and documents have been published, trying to put forward evidence that aliens did in fact crash land.
Due to the growing popularity of the theory, in the 1990s, the US military created 2 reports denying the existence of any spacecraft or grays. These are what the supposed aliens flying the crashed ship were called by Bill Uhouse. More on him later. However, this wasn't enough evidence to convince us to believing, so we dug deeper and decided to examine more theories.
One of these theories is that the Russians sent new technological advances on a test flight, the ships of which were so small that only dwarves could fly it. There are many distorted versions and beliefs about that theory.
Another theory is that Area 51 is an American Air Force base that houses state-of-the-art technological advancements, such as never-before-seen technology, allowing for a silent flight or other useful advantages that they want to hide from possible enemies.
This leads us to the story of an American mechanical engineer named Bill Uhouse, who worked in Area 51 until his death in 2009. Not much is known about Bill, but multiple interviews were taken with him during his final years.
In a rare interview with Bill in October 2000, he stated he had been working with a grey named J-Rod. Bill claimed to have worked with J-Rod to build a UFO for the training for Air Force pilots. After Bill's death, more information on J-Rod was never explained.
One of our theories is that the government told Bill Uhouse to talk about the Greys so that the town could use the aliens as their claim to fame. An obvious flaw, however, is the fact that the government would not need to have this town in such a spotlight.
It is very unlikely the government would want to attract that much attention, and any intention they would have to do such a thing is very unclear. Perhaps Bill Uhouse wanted to promote the town.
It is possible that he wanted to say such things to make people frown upon the Air Force because of a bad experience, or possibly he was just simply a madman.
We'll let you decide.
Flying disc simulator. What they had done, they had selected several of us, and they reassigned me to Link Aviation, which was a simulator manufacturer. At that time, they were building what they call the C-11B and F-102 simulator, B-47 simulator, and so forth. And they wanted us to get the experience before we actually started work on the flying disc simulator, which I spent 30-some years working on. The craft that they used to build which is a 30-meter one, was the one that crashed in Arizona, Kingman, Arizona, back in 53 or 52. I think it was 53. That's the one they used. That's the first one that they took out to the test site. It landed about 15 miles from, which used to be an Army Air Base, which is now defunct Army Base. I forget, I can't recall the name of it. But that particular craft, there were some problems with, number one, getting it on the flatbed to take it up to Area 51. They couldn't get it across the dam because of the road. It had to be barged across the Colorado River at the time, and then taken up to where people go now, up 93, out to Area 51, which was just being really constructed at the time, and taken down those dirt roads and out to that particular area of the test site. And the same thing with the actual craft, no seat belts. You don't need seat belts, because when you fly one of these things upside down, there's no upside down like in a regular aircraft. You just don't feel it. You have your own gravitational field right inside. So if you're flying upside down, to you, you're right side up. They actually speak, maybe not like we do, but they actually speak and can converse,
Obviously, they were rebuilding the craft that landed on the ranch in 1947. So, what do you think? Could Bill be telling the truth? If he wasn't, what would drive him to say that?
We believe that ever since Bill died, the hype of the Roswell incident fizzled out, and the media has slowed down very much since the incident first began.
But who knows? Maybe the whole ordeal is in fact a conspiracy, or maybe just a whole lot of misfortune.
But what we do know is that the government is definitely hiding something. What could be in Area 51? What really landed on that eventful day in 1947?